about what you see on the screen regarding my name.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
You want me to change it to Easy?
Please, yeah. That'd be fantastic.
Just Easy?
Just Easy.
So I'm assuming I'm down as Andre already, am I?
Yes. All right. You guys ready?
We're good. I'm good.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, the Land of a Legend, aka Big T, and this is another installment of the I Can't Make This Up podcast. Today I got a very special episode. I got my first out of country guest. They're actually across the pond in the UK, and we met via Matchmaker FM, and the guys were interested in getting some time on the show, and I said, hell yeah, we can make this happen. You know, I checked them out on their radio show, Juxtaposition Debate, and very controversial, very funny, and full of levity at the same time. So I suggest you guys check that out. Today my guest is Andre and Easy from the Juxtaposition Debate Show. Give it up, everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm Easy.
Let me just quickly say it's Juxtaposition Debate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just Juxtaposition.
No worries. I'll leave it.
I apologize. You know,
that's okay. No biggie.
Yeah. When you drink before 12 p.m., you know, it messes you up just a little bit.
Also, I see you told everyone that we met via Matchmaker. I'm assuming everyone knows what Matchmaker is, because in the UK, when they hear that, they're going to be thinking it's some sort of dating site.
That is ill. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna edit that in post. How about we?
Yeah.
I'm really joking with you, bro. I'm really joking with you, bro. It's okay.
I mean, you're a handsome dude, no Big T, but we don't roll like that.
Okay,
hey, I appreciate that. Why don't you guys give my crowd a little info on you guys. I'm start with you, Andre.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So my name's Andre. I'm the host of the Juxtaposition Debate. You want a bit about me or a bit about Juxtaposition or what?
About yourself and the show.
Okay. Yeah. So Juxtaposition Debate is something that we came up with just probably under a year ago, and it's really for radio. A mate of mine actually wanted me to come on the station and do some DJing. I said, yeah, okay, the idea of coming on the station, we could probably sort something out, but I didn't really want to do DJing. There's loads of DJs out there already. So I thought, okay, we'll do some sort of chat show. He was quite happy with that. I rang up Easy, asked him what he thought about it. And I text you, didn't I? About 4 in the morning,
6:30, 6:35 in the morning. Hey, Easy, would you like to co-host a radio show with me? And before I even had time to think about it,
Did you mute it? Oh, is he frozen?
I think he froze.
Yeah, he froze. He's that was scared. I think he froze. But, yeah, you froze for a while there, Easy.
Did I froze? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you was.
Yeah. So what happened was Andre texted me at 6:30 in the morning, asked me if I wanted to be a co-host, and he woke me up out of my sleep, and I went, yeah. I said, yeah, absolutely. Didn't even think about it until afterwards, and like I said, I started cursing myself, like, what? No thought into this, no thought process, no nothing.
It was interesting that you didn't even actually ask any questions.
Yeah, not one question was asked.
But so that was the plan. It was a program that we put up just for a radio station, NN Radio. And originally it was just the two of us, but which is, I guess, quite luckily, we ended up getting quite a lot of traction, quite a lot of people texting in and calling in. We realised that we couldn't handle the amount of information that was coming our way, so we got Roxanne in, not with us today, but she's the the glue that keeps the team together.
Yep.
She's the one who deals with all the texts, reads out all the callers and stuff like that.
Navigates the ship.
For sure. So regarding myself, what can I say about myself? I'm just a guy brought up went schools in the 70s. I think if we looked at it as Roots, you guys, I'm assuming, watched Roots when it came on, Big T, with Alex
Yeah.
Roots. Yeah, so I'm guessing I would be the generation of Kizzy. My parents would be Kunta. My generation would be Kizzy.
Okay.
And I'm guessing, I'm not sure Big T, but I'm guessing that you would be Chicken George. make of that what you will, but I'm guessing that you're a little bit younger than us, so you'll be Chicken George. But so we were brought up in that time where a lot of people were trying to take advantage of us and take the liberties with us.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say we grew up quite angry at a young
Belligerent,
age.
defensive.
Yeah. Nobody quite understood us. Establishment didn't understand us. Even our parents, I don't think, really understood us. We didn't really have role models or anything like that. So we just sort of...
That's not true. I think all our role models were American.
Like who in those days?
Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Sydney Potato.
Yeah. Okay, but our role models were pretty limited, especially in the younger days. So,
of course.
I think we winged it a lot, made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's probably my life. A guy who made a lot of mistakes when he was younger, and only now probably just getting things in order. Easy.
My journey more or less goes along the same line. On BT, grew up in South London. It was like you say, you had your run-ins with the police.
Mm-hmm.
Usual run-ins police. We same as most any urban area where the majority of the people are black. We have our interactions with the police, which sometimes don't come off well. I would say, like Andre, like I say, I spent some time running up and down, acting the fool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still happening now, isn't it? we do that every Sunday, man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah. We discussed it as a debate.
Indeed.
But yeah, it was just a case of case of like Andre said, over time, you live and you learn. You disobey your parents. I mean, even now, my parents don't know some of the things I got up to. My mum would still put her hands on me now in the wrong way. You know what I mean? She would, but like, we grew up, Andre and I, we met at school, became friends, we were friends, and truth be told, you want to know something? I've not seen this guy in the flesh in, how long are we talking about now?
See, when you say in the flesh, we're talking about in the flesh, we're talking about matchmaker. I think we're just sitting at the wrong signal.
You know what? You raise a good point, mon ami. You raise a good point. Yeah, I've not seen this guy over a beer. And how long we're talking about? Like 30 years, if not longer.
Yeah, longer than that.
Yeah, about 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah, but like Andre hit me up. Don't get me wrong. We were texting or what have you.
But
and
not even calling though. We were just
not even calling. It was texting. We were texting. Yeah, we were texting. We're like, and next thing you know, I get his text. Easy. You want to do a show with me? I'm like, what? Yeah, let's do a show. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about cracker dawn's ass. My man texts me cracker dawn's ass.
I know you're still half asleep, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you know what? You see, it's how I would. I would tell women, don't talk to me when I'm sleeping, because you ask me question like, like, let's go to Mexico, and I go, okay, you know what I mean? Nah, don't talk to me when I'm sleeping. And this is what you want to go and done. And look at us now.
It's all good.
Yeah, that's dope and kind of crazy at the same time. I mean, sometimes that's the way fate works, in my opinion. Opportunity comes up, next thing you know, you got something magical.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far. Call it magical. I'm trying to figure out what I've done. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I've done.
There's people investing 2 hours of their time every week just to sit around their phone or computer or whatever and listen to us chat about God knows what.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
and that still amazes me.
Yeah, we get texts. We get texts and feedback from people in Hawaii.
Yeah, you're gonna start dropping some areas, yeah.
New Zealand, New Zealand,
Ireland,
Florida, Italy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. Australia, yeah. People, some people they're getting up early doors to listen to us chat rubbish. we have a topic. Don't get me wrong. We have a topic, and then we just go off. We digress and argument breakout. We call it a debate. Other people look at us and say, "These two don't like each other." We're fussing and fighting. With the other thing we don't do is call each other names. But
I think that from what I've heard, you guys are just the opposite sides of the same magnet, but it doesn't really mean you guys are going at it. It just means that opposite forces attract. That's all.
Well, you say that, T. There has been some debates we've had, and trust me, it's been like Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. Okay, but the thing is, we don't even realize other listeners. Oh, you two were tearing each other apart, and we're like, really?
Yeah, exactly. So to the untrained ear, to those who may not know us or who may not understand how sometimes a couple of black guys can get together and chat about something. I mean, we say it's like it's a sort of debate that you might get in any barbershop in London. That's how we put it. Because I don't know how it is in the USA, but over in London, you go to any barbershop and there can be some crazy conversations about anything, and some of them can get heated, but they're all friends in there, and it's the same thing. It may sound heated, but
it's just animation. It's just animating.
Just trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
In fact, they've even got a couple of texts. They've got a couple of complaints about that they thought I was being a little verbally aggressive. But
to me.
We discussed it, Easy didn't know what they were talking about. I didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes. What?
Yeah, I definitely know all about that. Those conversations, like guys over here when it comes to like football and shit. It's like, I understand your passion, but at the end of the day, the Dallas Cowboys don't give a fuck about how much you care about their record or how many Super Bowls they won. Like, being a fan is cool.
I was going to interrupt you and ask you: are we talking about football, or are we talking about
American football? American football.
I didn't have to ask. I know you ain't gonna be coming here talking about UK football, man.
That's why I had to ask, because it was just so casual and easy. Soccer, yeah, soccer. And that's when my internet would have started playing up again.
Yeah, officially that's the biggest sport in the world. So
For real.
yeah, everyone knows about soccer. Not everyone respects the NFL. Not even the NFL, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this.
Mm-hmm.
2020 changed everything for everybody. And what's something that it took from you guys that you miss right now?
Ooh. What do we miss?
Yeah, what do we miss? I miss traveling. I miss interacting with women.
Okay.
Hey, I'm a single guy. I mean, Of course I miss. Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got to be the same thing. It's got to be that interaction with people.
Yeah.
Although I have to admit, for me, lockdown hasn't. I'm not suffering as much as some people are. I'm hearing here in the UK, people are talking about
Mental
mental
health.
health
Yep.
causing it and stuff like that. So I'm not having that. So it tells me, I guess, I'm not a recluse, but obviously,
Lonely.
but I'm obviously quite happy not to be around people 24/7. But yeah, I have to admit, I do miss that interaction. I do miss sort of going out and stuff like that. But nothing that I'm ready to stick my wrist over or nothing like that. To be honest with you.
In fact, you know what? We have to thank lockdown for our show.
Well, that's another thing. Yeah. So this got started via lockdown, and I have to admit, in the back of my mind, I do wonder, if things will change, and if they do, how will they change once lockdown's over? Right. Live day to day, man. That's what we do.
Yep.
So easy. Why is it so difficult? Meeting women, they just not coming outside, or everyone's literally like prohibited from leaving the house because
Well, yeah,
things are.
it's that and the fact that sometimes the chloroform doesn't take at the first go.
Let me say that the views and opinions of the people are not of the I Can't Pick This Up podcast. They are his and his alone.
Indeed. When we say his and his alone, we're not talking about juxtaposition. We're talking about his and his alone.
His alone.
Yes. So, yeah, because here, from what I've seen and via social media, it even made or broke your relationship. There was like so many divorce filings because people realized that the people they were, cohabitating with, they couldn't stand being around on a constant basis. And I'm just like, how do you not be able to, be with somebody for more than 48 hours without having to leave? Like, that's not, especially if you're married with children and you just now realizing that, like, that's crazy.
I think that doesn't surprise me, to be honest, because in fact, right at the beginning of lockdown, I was saying that two things are going to happen. You're going to get more divorces and you're going to get more babies, lockdown children. And sure enough, here in the UK, we're getting both. And when you're working 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, and you come home, you're spending minimal time with your missus or whatever. I'm guessing, guys or relationships where they're now forced to spend 24 hours a day with each other. Yeah, I guess you're going to learn things about your partner that you probably never knew, or maybe things that you were able to ignore, you can't now ignore because they're there 24/7. So I can't say I'm surprised, to be honest, that
you're right.
Divorces.
You're right about you're right like you say about learning things about like the first name, where you met. The first name, where you met them. You know what I mean?
But it must also have been hell for those guys that were playing 2-3 women. You know what I mean? So, of course, I don't know nothing about that, but I'm just saying it must be hell for those men. How they managed to juggle now once lockdown's in effect, you have to sort of
put it on sabbatical.
Accountable.
They're probably on some sort of sabbatical, aren't they? Even they're probably taking
when you've got 3 women and they all think that they're your number 1 woman, and then they realise that you're not around their bubble anymore. You're not bubbling around them anymore. They want to know why. It becomes a lot more difficult. But I'm sure you know that, easy.
Oh yeah, of course. Me here in my idyllic setting.
Shag pad.
No shag pad.
Are you guys familiar with that term?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Austin Powers helped with the growth.
Don't be judging us in the UK by Austin Powers.
But it was Canadian, by the way. He's got nothing to do with us.
Is that how
Austin Powers.
Is that how we're being judged?
Is he your translator, Austin Powers?
No, actually,
Wham to Rosetta Stone.
You know how it is when you become international. You kind of become a representative for a lot of statements.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know Idris Elba was, from the UK until years after
Exactly.
he did,
Yeah.
The
The
Wire.
Wire. Yeah.
That just
Right,
means
of
he's a good actor.
course.
You
Then
see,
Mm.
we had a debate. It probably was our third debate,
Yeah.
and it was regards to if should Idris Elba be the new James Bond.
I'm sure you
And
know who James Bond is, BT.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
Because the,
the phone was hot. The phone was blowing up. People were ringing in, texting in, and we actually said that I think it may have been myself actually telling and said, yeah, I said a lot of Americans thought that Idris was American because of The Wire. I said, but he did the same thing with Billy Ocean when he came out with Caribbean Queen. You know, you know, he did. you
Wow.
know, it's true. There are sometimes where Americans think that the end of the world, it's the end of the world stops at Florida Keys. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so it was like, hey, it's nothing new. It's nothing new. Like I said, you've been doing it since the 70s, as far as I know.
but what made that debate so big was because here in the UK, James Bond is a national icon. So the majority of white people were not or would not be too happy for James Bond to then be played by a black man. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why it became a debate. And that's why it became a big debate. Of course, a lot of people are saying, well, why the hell can't it be a black man? But there are a lot of
Well,
British people
see, he would be
who will
perfect
say
because
no.
he's a player.
Saying,
He'd be perfect. He'd be perfect.
well, a lot
James
of
Bond
people
is
will
perfect
argue
as a
with you that no,
huh?
he wouldn't be. A lot of people would argue that no, he wouldn't be.
Oh no, that's what.
Hence,
Yeah,
hence
because
how,
you came at me with the what's name rubbish, didn't you?
yeah,
About
yeah,
a white man being Black Panther.
oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
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 exactly.
yeah,
And that
yeah.
is just another way of saying Tarzan.
Yeah.
Tarzan.
Yeah. I can see why that would spark a debate, because
Of
it
course.
doesn't make sense, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hear a lot of crazy things about US citizens coming over to Europe, and about, some parts of the country being open arms, other parts not really, especially like um, people of Paris. I hear that, they're not real I guess receptive of, outside people coming in. Um, you guys think that's
Parisians,
true?
Parisians.
Parisians? Yeah.
Um,
I didn't get the question. So could you say that? What was the question?
Like I hear stories about people who go over to certain parts of Europe, and they feel as though it's like instant discrimination, or not one anybody outside of their country to visit, or at least the US, especially in these times of days, not outside of Corona and everything.
Sorry.
um, I must admit, I've travelled to I've been to Paris a couple of times. I can't say I've had any bad interactions with regards to Europe. I'll be honest with you, I've not. I've been to Germany. I've been to Germany since I was young. I've not been for a few years. Just before Corona hit, I was supposed to be in Barcelona
Mm-hmm.
for a soccer match. Soccer.
um,
And again, no issues. No issues. Like I said, I've never had an issue in Paris. Never had an issue in Barcelona, Madrid, Copenhagen, Stockholm. Nah,
you name dropping now,
Reykjavik
man.
in Iceland. Huh?
You name dropping now. All the places
I'm
you've
not.
been.
No, I'm not. No. No, if I was going to name drop, it'd probably be the Caribbean.
No,
It'd
but
be
we're
the
talking about Europe. We're
Caribbean.
talking about Europe, don't we? But no,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's
Alas, yeah,
probably the other way around. I think it's the UK who has a problem when people from other countries come here. I
yeah.
think that is what I probably see more than when I travel out. But then again, in saying that, I think maybe it's because I'm being a black man. I only travel to places that I perceive to be friendly towards black people. So, in other words, it's something that does come to mind before I travel. So I don't just stick a pin in the map and say, okay, I'm going to go there. I'll weigh up, how it's going to be, what it's going to be like, what the weather's going to be like, but also, is it
Safe.
is
it
friendly?
safe?
Safe for me to travel there. So for me, I think the question is probably more pertinent to people coming to the UK, because there is still that cry that they've been crying right back from when our parents came here about foreigners coming to UK and taking the jobs,
Taking their women,
etc.
etc.
Not realizing that.
We were invited.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, a lot of people from different countries are coming working in the places like National Health Service, which Britain are relying very heavily on right now. So yeah.
Sounds like a party line outside somewhere.
Yeah, I just about to put you guys on mute and start chatting, wasn't it?
So let me ask you this. You guys, you ever been to the US, or is there a place here that you would want to visit based on things you've heard or people you interacted with?
You go first, Andre.
Yeah, because I know you've been. Now, I've never been to the US. I've got family in the US, first cousins in the US. So I would definitely like to go to the US, but at the moment, well, not at the moment, because obviously with Corona, that's not going to happen. But I guess normally it's all about funds and work and all those things. So at the moment, due to work and other scenarios, it's just not a place that I've been. In saying that, my workplace as well, once I've been there a certain period of time, they're supposed to fund me a trip to the US. So worst case scenario, hopefully in a couple of years I get a free trip to you guys. No, I've never been. Easy?
I've been. I can't even tell you how many times I've been. I can't even tell. I love going. I love going, but I always want to come. I actually come back for the peace and quiet.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when I'm out there, if I'm in New York or Baltimore,
he's not recognized, but here he gets swamped by
Detroit. No, it's not. It's seriously, you know what? You remember we discussed this, Andre, before. It's like Black Americans are surprised to know that they're Black British, and so they're surprised by our accent.
Okay.
And you can say things. You say hello. Oh my God, say something else. I say okay, hello. I had a friend of mine. His flatmate wanted he and I to go to a club to go and pick up women.
Okay.
And I was going to be the tool. Yeah, exactly. He just wanted me to drop the accent. And listen to Baltimore, by the way. And hold on a second. So I had to say, and what's my girlfriend going to be doing while I'm out at a club with you?
Oh, was she there?
Of course she was there. Of course she was there. Yeah.
So you always had an opportunity you couldn't pass up, man.
Yeah, mama. Yeah.
All right,
Exactly. How's it going, darling? How's it going?
That's crazy. I'm in Maryland. I'm just not in Baltimore. I'm south of that.
Okay.
Yeah, right outside of DC.
But obviously, Beemore's not too far from DC itself. When I was there, the first time I was there, my friend took us around where they shot a lot of The Wire and Homicide: Life on the Streets, and we cut through and went up to DC. Went to a Caribbean takeaway up there. Took us around by the White House, which looks well small when you see it up close and personal. It does. It looks, It looks like it's made from Lego. The thing is well small. I was like, what the fuck?
Come and diss the US.
I'm not. Yeah. Honestly, okay. If it was the Black House, I might just reserve my judgment. But it's the White House. But no, it was like, why does this thing look well small?
Wow.
the Congress now, that was a big, that was impressive.
Mhm.
But what
Congress, is that
really,
the place that they stormed recently?
yeah, that's the one, yeah. But what really made me laugh was the fact that he drove us around by the Pentagon, and right outside the Pentagon on the corner was a bus stop. I'm thinking,
I guess they gotta get home too.
yeah, I know, but it was like, hold on a second, the most heavily guarded building in the world, practically. And there's a bus stop just sitting there, like the 159 goes through from Brixton. Pulls about it was just crazy. It was those stupid things that just made me just like, huh? Okay. But no, I love America. But I must admit, I said that while you had the orange doofus in power, I was never setting foot there. I was
Yeah.
never.
What about Congress? What was your thoughts on the fact that Congress got stormed? Was it Congress? The Congress building?
Yeah, it was Congress. Yeah.
Uh,
Was it treason?
it was treason for those who got caught. It was hilarious to me because I'm like, you guys are mad that you got arrested for doing criminal acts on government property,
That's
and the
privilege.
fact that you were let in, you taking pictures on senators' desks. You jump. Everyone should have been shot. You
Yep.
know.
I was gonna ask that question. If they were black, do you think they'd have made it that far? Yeah, but I'll go straight out and ask that question, man.
I think that we wouldn't be talking right now if that was the case, if those people were black. I think that
This would be a seance.
most likely, because the shoe on the other foot, they probably would have had the military block everything off 5 miles outside of Congress, so we couldn't even get anywhere close. You see what happened last year, as soon as the death of George Floyd happened and people started hitting the streets heavy. It was so much uprising and so much organization on their end to police peaceful protests. Imagine, I couldn't imagine that happening, So, it was ridiculous. It was very funny, and the memes that came from it will live on forever, in my opinion. I don't agree with 99.9 of the decisions that Congress makes. But, when it comes to, getting the right people in power and making decisions for everyone that, helps us progress, that stuff I pay attention to. But the unnecessary stuff like that damn wall and, immigrant policies and stuff like that is just ridiculous. That's why I don't watch live TV unless it's, pertinent to my everyday life. Other than that, I'm working on my show or I'm streaming, a good series or whatever.
I hear that.
Yeah.
We had the marches here for George Floyd as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
He was everywhere. His death definitely resonated around the world. And it was dare I say it was it was a bit late as far as I'm concerned.
No.
Because he wasn't the first, he won't be the last.
Unfortunately. So taking those steps, and it's the whole, I guess the stimulant effect that people get from organizing. Once that high comes down, next thing you know, someone does something in the media, and then the focus returns back to, I guess, normalcy. And it's having that repetition is what's going to create change. I heard rumors of them doing another stimulus package, and I'm like, for what? We should be focusing on health. We should be focusing on, eradicating this lockdown. Like, to me personally, and everyone might not agree, but what the people in power should have done was lock the entire country down the month of March or April, and head out X amount of dollars, so no one would have to worry about money.
Stepping out.
Yeah, and only people who should have been allowed out of the house were actual essential workers. Not people that worked at like certain stores that don't really matter, like spas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Provide those small businesses with the money they need to stay afloat for the time, and then slowly let people outside. But that didn't happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they partially divided up what was essential and what wasn't. You know, and then they allowed people to go to grocery stores, but they wasn't regulating everything. And then when the numbers spiked, it was like, all right, now we're gonna close everything. You know,
Yeah.
you got to be proactive and not reactive. That's the
Yeah.
only way to make things right, or the only way to get around or get ahead of things like this, especially when it's something that no one was familiar with. You know,
That's the excuse that's being used, isn't it? It was what's the term that they're using? Free. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, but they're saying basically, yeah, it was a whole new scenario, and that's the reason why a lot of decisions they made weren't quite right. That's
They,
the excuse they're using.
I mean, we discussed this. Andre and I discussed this in one of our debates, and I said that whoever was in government, whoever was in power, they were always going to be chasing it because they didn't know what they were doing. Your guy in power, initially, he was like, "Nah, it's gonna be gone by April. It's no worse than the common cold or some rubbish like that." And then people popping off. And truth is, I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't know what you think, Andre, but Big T, I don't believe the Orange Doofus actually got the COVID.
Well, there's theories.
that's
No, I don't think it's a conspiracy. I'm just saying. I'm thinking. My man was looking votes.
I think so. I don't know. I think that would be just too much of a because it made him look stupid. I think.
But Boris got it, didn't he? Boris got it. Don't forget, Boris got it.
Yeah,
And Boris,
but,
Boris on life support. He was in ICU. And all of a sudden, my man, I got a tickle in my throat.
yeah, it's true though. How long was he? How long was he out of action for?
A week. A week. Well, that Big Mac. Nah, come on. A week.
Who knows, mate? Who knows?
A week.
But I think it made him look silly. I don't think it made him look silly. He was 1 minute it didn't exist. Next minute he had it. So
yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, yeah.
My point is, I don't think he would have wanted to do that. But who knows, man? Who knows what happens in these crazy times we live in?
Yeah,
I think he did. I think he did get it because all those staff members that got sick after he was tested positive, and the fact that he actually had a following of people that was non-mask wearers. I think
Exactly.
I think he didn't I know for a fact he didn't take it seriously, as you can see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So he didn't care about the health of people around him because at the end of the day, he figured I got enough money, I can pay whoever to make me better, opposed to the next person that he's utilizing for votes and publicity and all that other stuff. That's why he can't get on any social network, like anything. So he's probably.
How this man get into power? I'm serious. You know what I tell you what. I don't know what Andre was thinking, but from here, it was like 1930s Germany. With the addition. No, come on. How did Hitler rise?
Yeah, but don't forget, US they got Reagan in power, didn't they? He was just an actor or something. So anyway,
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Yeah. Okay, there's one thing getting an actor, but there's nothing getting a clown.
So everyone knew that having someone come in saying all types of radical ideas and shaking up politics was, I don't want to say groundbreaking, but it was different compared to the quote unquote people before him. Now the problem was that people idolize certain celebrities of social status instead of recognizing for who they are. Anybody can play the popular person, via on TV or whatever the case may be. But if you're not listening or you're not following this person 24/7, all bunnies ain't quick. So
Was that crazy?
You know, everyone's has like that. I ain't gonna say everyone. The majority of people have that drone mentality where they just follow what they see, and not everyone's, you know, capable of, you know, doing. I ain't say everyone's not capable. Not everyone isn't lazy enough to do their own research and dig into the facts that actually going to make a difference. So they found something exciting. Drama sells. He's going to create drama. He's going to shake things up. So that's what people focused on. And then he got into the ears of people that had been ignored, you know, for years, for decades, or whatever the case may be. And that's how that happened. And
do you think they were ignored? Do you think the middle? What were they? I want to say rednecks, but do you think they were? Do you think they were ignored? I don't think they were ignored.
the people of the social status that you know, that came out to vote for him, yes, because it wasn't just them, it was all types of people. You know, it wasn't just one race of person that voted for him, unfortunately, you know.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And he made all these promises, and you know, he spoke on things that a lot of politicians didn't, but his execution was so fucked up that, you know, it had no choice but to go left. You know, I mean, look at all the dumb stuff he was doing. You know, it was unbelievable what he was doing. And I don't, you know,
Space Force.
And you know, I'm not going to highlight him anymore on my platform, and I'll just say that it was ridiculous what happened in the time when 45 was in power. You know, and I'm not surprised that it happened, because as of 2020, I see now anything's possible.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, here we go. Okay, let me say something. You see, Andre, he has what's the word? He's a frustrated lawyer
Well, because I use the words concur.
and due diligence.
Okay.
Those two words you're gonna debates. He does it. He'll do it just to annoy me. He'll drop the words to annoy me.
You made the mistake of letting me know that it annoys you. So you have no one to blame but yourself.
So what has been a highlight for the show so far? Something that sticks out to the both of you?
Doing this as one of the highlights.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, very good. We've got a vicar who who texts us in.
Yeah,
and banters
vicar.
with us.
Yeah, and the police listen to us as well.
And a police commissioner.
Yep.
Who texts in, and so for me, those.
And a judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think only once but we got the vicar quite regularly.
Yeah.
Texts in, and even the policeman.
Yeah, every time Andre strays into the religious waters, and he'll say something off key, and all of a sudden, the vicar flies in with a response in her Adidas sneakers. Apparently, she stands at the pulpit in Adidas sneakers.
Yeah, we even got an invite. Did we get an invite to come?
Yeah, we got an invite. Yeah, we got an invite to a church.
Yeah. Crazy.
Coming straight up her congregation.
Yeah, I'm quite amazed. I'm quite amazed at that in itself, just because of some of the things that we say and some of the topics that we tackle. But yeah, to have a vicar on, and I think you know, I mean, we get resident callers, we get people who call in on a regular basis, and even that to this day still surprises me, and you know, and makes me feel quite chuffed. Is that an English word, chuffed?
Yeah, it's an English word. Absolutely.
Yeah, feel quite.
Speak to Austin, he'll let you know what it is.
Yeah, so yeah, that's probably a few of the highlights of the program that I didn't think of.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Viv, you know, dare I say this, the police listen to us, and it's not with regards to anything nefarious. It's just, you know.
So it's not the listening, it's the interaction.
Yeah.
That I like. That we
Yeah.
interact. Yeah.
You know,
We've been
yeah.
interacting with the police.
With the police, exactly.
Well, yeah, unless it was to lock us down. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, you might think it to be a raid or something like
Yeah.
that.
Is this station pirate? Is that a pirate station?
But,
But no, it's been fun, seriously. And like again, getting getting the chance to interact with people like yourself.
yeah. This is
Yeah, it's definitely fun and enlightening.
yeah, yeah. I concur. But
Yeah, you will anyway. You will anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just you. But no, seriously, T, it's absolutely fun, man, for real. Can't deny it. Can't deny it. Is
Yeah,
that, I like it. I like your living room, your living quarters looking, looking a bit sparse there, isn't
I appreciate that. I picked up a couple of these plants last week actually at a
eBay
garage sale.
garage sale.
All right.
Yeah. So I've actually over the past couple months I've made a lot of good contacts via my show.
Mhm.
I've been hit up quite often, from random people, and I've done some great interviews, and the responses that I get, via comments and everything, or the messages I receive, was actually surprising, because I was like, who wants to listen to me interview somebody? And when I interview my god brother, he's a comedian, and the response I got from our interview was actually dope, because the guy said that he took the advice that my god brother, gave anybody who wanted to, start like their own career or whatever. And he used that, as motivation to start his YouTube channel and, start putting his stuff out there. And I was like, that's the type of the goal I expected of my show,
Right.
helping somebody, motivating somebody to, take that chance and just get out there and try it and see what type of, response you'll get. So
Yeah, for sure. Because again, when we started, I think, well, from my mindset, I think it was meant to be entertainment. But we constantly get texts back saying that they learn a lot from our programs.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. Yep.
So that is another big surprise to me. And I guess it's a big surprise to me, but it shouldn't be, because we do have to sometimes look into the actual topic that we're going to debate. That's why we can actually debate it to a decent level. So I guess when we're debating, I mean, we did last week on should
Stop
the
and
police be
search.
allowed to stop and search?
mm-hmm.
And again, even though we banter with it, we ran jokes with it, it's still a serious topic, and we still going hard, and we still going serious.
And
But
the
of
police
course,
and the police responded.
yeah, and the policeman was listening and
Yeah.
responded.
Yeah, chief constable, no less.
Chief Constable, yeah.
Yeah, chief constable, no less.
But yeah, we got a lot of text back saying that they learned a lot from that as well. So yeah, I think to be entertaining and for people to come back and say that they've learned and it's interesting hearing things from a different perspective.
When
All
initially,
those things
when we started, we probably thought that the only people listening would be him listening to me and me listening to him.
Yeah, because when we first started, I didn't even tell family. I didn't tell anybody at first. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. It turned out pretty well. Well, it's turning out pretty well.
We're now getting people now asking, what's the topic? What's the topic for next week?
Yeah, we
And
get that regularly. People ask, want to know ahead of time, and it's quite clear that people are doing their due diligence. They are, because they're coming prepared and they're giving us their views on topics. Sometimes even before we get a chance to get into it, we're getting texts through already. So people are actually looking into it. And again, for me, even now, it's still pretty amazing to know that people are doing that, investing their time, not just to listen to us, but to actually
take on board what we're talking about.
Yeah. Amazing stuff.
That's dope. I always I'm always happy when I learn something new about anything as far as anything pushing the culture and certain subjects. Like I listen to all types of shows, radio show, podcasts, and everything. So like if I hear a word that I've heard before and then I actually hear the definition, it's like, okay, That's cool. What else are they talking about? So,
Mhm.
once you catch the ear of a certain person, then you got a true fan, or, a true follower for life, and they're going to, spread the word, because everyone's doing the whole hot button thing, and everyone's doing the whole, celebrity scandal thing, or talks about stuff that you see on the news every day. But not everyone's talking about, having real conversations about stuff that you should be talking about, like you guys do.
Sure. Cheers, cheers. And
Yeah.
you mentioned about words, juxtaposition. Remember that word, because if anybody who's listening doesn't know what it means, yeah, look it up, juxtaposition, because it sums up what we do.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't know what it means.
Yeah. In fact, when we were starting the program, and I was asking or looking into names, there were people saying, "Oh, we should just call it pillow talk and candle talk and real talk." But juxtaposition, that's too long. People aren't going to remember it. They're not going to be able to. They don't know what it's going to mean. I've got a lot of negative
Mm.
responses to the name, but luckily we went with it, and it's worked well for us. Juxtaposition, Juxtaposition.
My man
anything
is educated.
anything you
Educated.
guys don't touch on as far as debates?
um,
Have we?
can we
Well,
say? Should I
oh,
introduce?
touch on yet, I guess, would be the.
Okay.
I mean,
What is what?
a subject we have not touched on yet, or
What did you say?
or one that we're just going to steer clear of. Ones we're going to
Which is
steer
what?
clear of. I can't think of. Well,
Well,
is
because
there?
I'm pushing to bring up religion. I know I'm getting
Ah,
pushback from that, but at some
from
stage, I
from
think
from who are you getting pushback from?
I thought from you.
Oh, from
Don't say you're not, because we might be discussing it next week then.
no, we've already got two. We've already got the next two lined up.
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah.
We've already got the next two lined up. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Religion.
See that? Hear that? That's it right there.
Yeah, but
At some stage we will. I don't know when, but at some stage we will.
yeah, because you just want to see me combust.
But yeah, what other topics have we done? Can a guy be just friends with a woman he finds attractive? Big T? Can a guy be just friends with a woman he finds attractive?
You said, can a guy be friends with a woman he finds attractive?
Yeah, can he be just friends with a woman he finds attractive?
No,
Or is he gonna
not
be more?
not in my opinion, and not often in my experience.
And if he was gay, or would you still want to take a peek?
I guess it all depends on how much testosterone he has in the system, because
Or sugar in his tank?
yeah, because a fine woman is still a fine woman.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, okay, yeah.
You
Well, that's
know.
one of the topics that we had. One other one we had, yeah, which I guess is pretty similar. No, it's not similar. Is a man only as faithful as his options?
No, that's a good one.
And
I would love to get in on that. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
might
did
start
it.
posting some of our topics to you.
Yeah,
If
with
you fancy it, maybe we can do a show, who knows?
we did infidelity.
Yeah.
Oh
We've got the
man,
one coming up to later on today.
yeah, today's
Wanna
one.
tell you
Yeah,
what this is?
it's
Can
can
a
a
single
single
mother
mother bring up a man, raise a man,
raise a boy to be a man?
raise a boy to be a man?
So there are
Ooh.
topics which bring out a lot of emotion, especially if you're arguing on the unpopular side. So I don't know. I guess in the US as well, obviously there's a lot of women who have brought up children single-handed. So to then have a debate and for one of us to say you can't bring up a boy to be a man, not a lot of people are going to want to hear that. Not a lot of people are going to be happy about that. So that's the topic that we're going to be discussing later on today.
And we hit
I'm sure
some
we're
of
gonna
it,
get a lot of people.
some of our listeners are setting up a GoFundMe page so they can hire a drive-by for Andre.
Wow. Wow. That's very believable, because that topic will start a lot of fights in the comments. And in certain households, you guys
Yes.
could possibly ruin relationships by bringing that up, and you know,
Okay.
but you know what? People having that conversation is good because
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
know it might start there and it might move someplace else
For
and
sure.
start conversations that'll prevent divorces and stuff like that the next quarantine, and
Yeah.
hoping that another quarantine doesn't happen for the next couple 100 years, you
For
know.
sure. Yeah.
So it is
But
what
yeah,
it is. But
if people can.
yeah, that's a good one. I would definitely love to get into one of those
Yeah.
conversations.
Yeah, that's the idea. So that once the program's finished, hopefully, yeah, people are still talking about the topic. At the very least, still thinking about the things that we discussed. So yeah, that's the idea, not just to hit the 2 hours and disappear, but to leave something in the minds of those who are listening.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be what?
Electric, electric.
It's gonna be. I know that the phone's gonna go berserk. The phone will go berserk.
Yeah. Text as well. People are gonna,
Yeah,
people, yeah.
people gonna have a lot of things to
Some
say.
people aren't going to be too happy. I'm sure some people are not going to be too happy with some of the
With
things
you,
that.
with you, with you, with you. Let's let's be clear.
Okay, yeah, I'm the one who's going to be saying that, yeah, because that's what we do. I don't know if you know, but when we debate, we don't sit on the fence. Someone's for, someone's against. That's how we do it. So in this scenario,
Yeah,
I'm against. I'm saying women can't raise a boy to be a man.
and
He's saying they can.
we throw in tumbleweed, blowing in the
Sound
wind.
effects.
Yeah, sound effects
Yeah. We've got these sound,
and,
we've got
and
sound effects for people who text in regularly. If
yeah.
easy takes too long, if I hit him with something and he takes too long to answer, I drop a tumbleweeds effect. So
Or
it's got to be
kung fu slaps and the whole the
Just
whole
those little
works.
things.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
whole
you have to
works.
tune in one day, Big T. Just tune in and listen, man. Oh, no, or we send you a recording, something like that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay, you guys got something that you haven't published yet?
We got loads.
Yeah. We've only just started putting stuff out. Yeah, we've got a lot
Yeah,
of early stuff.
we've got 20. What's it? What number is this show?
20. This is 25.
You're joking?
25.
Yeah. So with
We put out
we've
about
got
what 4 or 5 we put out.
yeah. Well, we have
Early
what?
ones, yeah.
Yeah,
And we've only just started videoing them as well, so we've got a little
yeah.
bit that were just audio.
We did one about Meghan and Harry
Oh yeah,
and the royal family.
versus the royal family. Who's right?
Yeah,
Who's wrong?
yeah. We did that. Yeah. It
You,
was just
I
No vaccine.
I'm sorry.
Vaccine or no vaccine? Because again, here in the UK, a lot of people don't want to take the vaccine, whereas a lot of people are saying you have to take the vaccine. If you don't take the vaccine, you're messing things up for those who
that
are taking
have.
the vaccine.
Yeah.
So we did one on vaccine or no vaccine. Easy says yes because he's had the vaccine. I said no, we shouldn't take it because I haven't had it. And again, you had bipolar opinions there. A lot of people,
Oh yeah.
yeah, are not happy with those who don't want to take it. Those who don't want to take it say that those who do are sheep. You can say again, you do. There's two opposites of the spectrum, and they're quite radical in there.
I don't want to take the chance of possibly getting someone sick. So I've been doing my research on the vaccines that are out. I know people who have come close to death due to COVID. So I know a
Likewise.
lot of them have taken the vaccine.
Have
And for
you?
me, it might not be a choice, especially with the plans I have for life. Like I want to travel, and it seems like they're going to implement you being vaccinated just to get on the plane.
See, we discussed that weeks ago when we did the subject.
Yep.
When people were
Yep.
saying, "Nah, that's not going to happen," and now look, it's happening. So, have you been vaccinated already, Big T?
No, not yet. Like I
Yeah,
said,
you should.
I'm just like anybody else. I'm a careful shopper. I never get the first models that come out. I want to see the reactions, and then I want to wait for the price to lower.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. I hear that. See, I like that.
Well,
Put that, you see?
not to scare you, Big T, but they use a harpoon.
That's expected, to be quite honest. I don't expect any type of professionalness when it comes to things that nobody knows about.
All right.
And they'll say, "This you'll feel a little scratch." Pow!
Man,
That's what they say to people all the time. They say to me, "Yeah, you feel a little scratch," and they just push this thing right to the bone.
To the bone.
Yeah,
The white meat.
yeah, to the bone. Like they're gonna inscribe their initials on your arm. But yeah, it
that's
was.
that's just bad. I don't even know how more to describe it. It's just bad. That's no
Yeah.
offense, but are these actual doctors or they just look good in coats? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Good one. No, they're nurses, and see the thing is, I wouldn't trust a nurse to. I wouldn't trust a doctor to give me an injection.
What?
okay,
Nurses do it day in day out. Doctors learn it in medical school, and then they forget it. They tend to forget it. They're just there to
Yeah.
prescribe this and prescribe that, and tell you about this and tell you about that. It's nurses that draw blood, give injections, so on and so forth. I prefer, yeah. So nurses, yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Well, why can't I get a nurse's price
Oh,
call?
no, you'll get a nurse. Don't worry, you'll get a nurse. But she'll still say, you'll feel a little scratch, and
Yeah,
it's just plunge it in like Michael Myers.
I'd rather her bill me than the doctor. The doctor's prices are ridiculous.
Oh
Yeah,
no, you
because
see,
you
you
gotta
get
get
bit.
billed
Yeah,
in
you
it.
get bit. We don't pay. We don't pay here.
So, but do you have to pay? Do you have to pay to get the vaccine?
No, not the vaccine, but
Oh,
everything else.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Also,
don't have
otherwise,
an international healthcare system or anything like
yeah.
that.
But vaccine has to be free. Otherwise, half the people who's taking it wouldn't take it, probably.
I've heard good and bad reviews about it. I heard some people had no reaction. I heard some people arm went numb. I heard some people get sick right after taking the injection. So,
All right.
but there's also like I guess two different injections that people are getting. So,
Hmm.
like I said, until it's necessary, like absolutely necessary, I'm going to sit. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to make sure there's no
Side
high
effects.
risk of me,
Yeah.
getting sick on top of, having to deal with this injection and then
Yeah.
it not being worth it or possibly making me worse off,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it is what it is for now. Until then, I'm gonna keep going and, living life like I'm not in quarantine because, like you said earlier, Andre, it's a mental thing. If you feel like you're locked down, then you'll always be locked down. Me,
For sure.
I'm, in a situation that's causing me to analyze life better.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
I think a
man.
lot of people are this whole idea of going back to work 5 days a week. I mean, I used to travel 2 hours to work to London and 2 hours back every day. Like just now, I've had time to reflect. I know it was crazy. I won't be doing that again, not every day.
Hmm.
So, a lot of people, I think, have had time to reflect. And I think COVID has changed a lot of things for a lot of people
Yeah,
around the world.
absolutely.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna start recording shortly, right?
For sure.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I would love to go on. I know you guys are busy. Same as me. Got something going on later on. So, man, let's pick this back up, man. Let's reschedule another episode, man, and continue this conversation. You
Absolutely.
guys are definitely dope, and I got to make sure that I get a hold of your agent and we schedule.
Agent, even that sounds crazy. It is what it is.
We got an agent, Andre.
Yeah, we have. Well,
We
we
got
have.
an.
We do.
Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, we got. Excuse me, we have. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely,
Yes,
yeah.
I'll have my people reach out to your people. We'll make this
I've always
happen.
wanted to say that, I've always wanted to say that, man. Oh, man.
Don't forget this one. Don't forget this one.
Cool, yeah.
Don't call me. I'll call you.
So yeah, let me just quickly say, the Juxtaposition Debate, we're on every Sunday, 6 to 8
Hmm.
p.m. on NN Soul Radio. So you can tune into NN Soul Radio by going to radio.net, or you can download the radio.net app. But once you get onto NN Soul Radio, So once you get onto radio.net, you can do a search for Alien Soul Radio. And between 6 and 8 o'clock every Sunday here in the UK, the Juxtaposition Debate with myself, Andre, Easy,
And me, Easy, and
and lovely Roxanne. Sure.
That's dope, man. Like I said, when I listened to a couple of your episodes, I was like, I mean, as a person that gets into debates all the time, everyone could be like, these are cats and dogs, and I'm like, no, just a heated argument, not even heated, a spirited debate is
yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah.
So I know that, your listeners appreciate that. And, I appreciate you guys is taking the time out and coming in and, showing me on the other side of the microphone how you guys really are. And that's what people, that's what people like to hear, the normalcy, because not everyone has like a radio personality that they put on, like,
Right.
I'm Jerry Thunder, with the sound. WQRX or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you can't be that person all the time, and that's
Sure.
that's what makes the difference between this person and the next person, in my opinion. But yeah, man, this has been dope, and we definitely have to do it again. I appreciate you guys taking time out, coming in and joining me today. So like I said before, man, I am the host, the Land of Legend, aka Big T, and this has been another very funny and enlightening installment of the I Can't Make This Up podcast. You can find this podcast everywhere they're available, also on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. I can't, with a K, make this up podcast. And I should have said this in the beginning, but I'll say it now. I have a lot of listeners and viewers, but a lot of y'all ain't subscribed, man. Just hit the subscribe button and forget about it, or give me a like or a comment or something. I appreciate it. And please check my friends out at the Juxtaposition Debate show.
Sure.
I would like for you guys to get a different perspective on life from people overseas, and hopefully I can get these guys over here in person one of these days, and we can get a studio session going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
All right.
Is your passport in date there, Andre? You still got a passport in date there?
I'm gonna get it back for the policeman. I'm only joking, man. I'm free to travel, man. Well, then it might not be once I haven't got my vaccine passport, have I?
Oh yeah.
But let's not start that again, man.
Yeah, so I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Until next time, peace.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care, Big T.
This is Phase